Hi, I'm Dr. Gold, your history instructor for History 101. This video provides an introduction to our course and to our websites. I've been teaching at El Camino College for 10 years, and for about 5 of those years, I've been teaching online. I'd like to welcome you to the class, and I hope you enjoy learning about U.S. history and that you have a very productive semester. I'm here to help you along the way, so please email me with any questions, or you can visit me in the online office hours. I'll be in the chat room in Etudes on Thursdays from 9 to 10 p.m. I would also love to see you in my office hours, my face-to-face office hours, in Social Sciences 115 on Monday and Wednesday from 12:45 to 1:45, and Tuesday and Thursday from 11 to 12:30.
This is the syllabus for our history course. It has been emailed to you, and it is also accessible on our Etudes and Canvas websites. I'm going to walk you through just a few of the highlights in this syllabus. The course textbooks are listed on the first page of the syllabus, and you can see we're using Tyndall and Shea, America, and Harriet Jacobs, Incidents in the Life of a Slave Girl. And your paper will be based on Incidents in the Life of a Slave Girl. Your weekly work will be based on the textbook readings in America. You can purchase both the books at the ECC bookstore, and the textbook comes with a free access code to Inquisitive, which is a website that we will be using in the course. So I suggest you purchase the book at the ECC bookstore so you get that Inquisitive code. If you purchase it elsewhere, it may not come with the code, and then you'll have to buy it separately for $20. On the next page of the syllabus, we have the grade distribution, and you can see the different sorts of assignments we'll be completing throughout the semester. We'll be doing work on Inquisitive, which is a website that will test you on your content knowledge of each of the chapters. And it's in a game format, and each of those tests will be worth 1% for 15% of the course grade. Each week you will be writing a essay test as well. These are short answers. Each of the questions are maybe 2 to 4 paragraphs long, and each of the tests is worth 3% for 45% of the grade. You will also be participating in a weekly discussion worth 15% overall, 1% for each of them. You will be writing a paper. The paper is worth 20%, and the thesis outline for the paper is worth 5%. You are also given the option to complete 3 extra credit assignments that will each add up to 2% to your final course grade. On the next page, we can see a description of a variety of different policies in the course. Make sure you read this carefully and you are familiar with all of the policies. This page explains in more detail the different assignments in the course, and I'd like to draw your attention to the discussion groups. You need to make 3 postings to your discussion group each week. Your first posting will answer the question. Be sure to answer all parts of the question and be detailed, elaborate on your answer. And before you make that first posting, you're not going to see other students' posts or any conversation. Once you've made that first post, then you can see all of the other student work, unless, of course, you're the first one and then there's nothing else there. And then you need to make 2 to 3 follow-up posts. And these are comments on other students' answers to the question. And in these comments, you need to add new information to the conversation. So for instance, to create a posting that just says, "Great answer, I really like your argument, really interesting evidence, good job." That's not adding substantial information. You're certainly helping your classmate feel great, but it's not adding new information. Instead, you might say, "Great posting, I like your argument, good evidence. Here is some more evidence to help prove that argument." And you'd be adding information. Or you might disagree and provide evidence to prove why you think you're right. Also, asking questions does not count as a substantial post as well. So if you look at a student's post and you just ask that person questions, that's not adding information. You should begin participating in your discussion early in the week. The discussion should be a conversation with your classmates. You shouldn't just be making 3 postings at 10 o'clock at night on Sunday evening. You should be posting midweek, your first post, or early in the week, and then checking and doing your responses later in the week. The next page of the syllabus explains the course technology. You will be visiting 4 different websites. You will access our course through Etudes, which is the campus course management system. And here, there's information here about how to log into Etudes. And you will always enter here because this is the way that the campus determines your attendance in the course. If you aren't entering in through Etudes, they may think that you're not participating in the course. So enter through Etudes. In Etudes, I'll have my chat office hours and the extra credit will be here. Then you'll head into Canvas. There's a link in the menu to Canvas, and most of your work will be completed here. And there's information here about how to log into Canvas. Inquisitive, you'll enter Inquisitive through Canvas, and Inquisitive, I've already explained, is this multiple choice kind of game format that's going to test you on each of the chapters. And finally, the last website we'll be using is a film database that's accessible through our library. We'll be watching documentaries each week that are posted on Films on Demand. So in order to be successful in the course, you need to be prepared for problems. Inevitably, students face technical difficulties along the way in an online course. Almost always, they are problems with the student's computer, and they are things that the student needs to solve. You must be ready to solve these problems as they pop up. If your computer repeatedly has a problem with the internet connection or something similar, you need to be prepared to use another computer, perhaps one in a lab on campus. So I want you to imagine that your computer is like your car. In a face-to-face class, if your car breaks down and it can't get you to school, you need to find another way to get there. You need to walk or catch a ride with someone or take the bus. It's not an excuse to miss class or to miss work. Your computer in an online class is much like your car. It gives you access to the course materials. It's the way you get to class. So if your computer breaks down or it's not working properly, you need to find another way to get to class or to get to our materials. So a broken down car is not an excuse for missing work, and neither are technical difficulties. So please start your work early in the week so that you can resolve any technical difficulties that you might have. Another thing that helps students be successful in an online course is planning and time management. And to help you with this, during week 1, we'll be creating a time schedule to help you manage your work. Creating the schedule is the first step, but of course sticking to it is even more important. The syllabus also lays out the weekly work, and you can scroll through you can look through the remaining part of the syllabus. But as you can see here in week 2, for instance, most of the weeks you'll be reading a chapter in the textbook, watching a video that I've created, watching a documentary video. You'll be completing a chapter in Inquisitive, taking the week 2 essay test, and participating in discussion. If you have any questions about the course syllabus, please email me. Now I will be showing you the websites we will be using for the course. Etudes is the campus course management system. You will always start your work here. The syllabus explains how to log in with the user ID and password that has already been set for you by the campus. If you have just added the class, it will take a day or two before My Class is uploaded into your menu of courses. To find my course, you will look up here in the menu of classes. You will look for History 101, CG, my initials, Christina Gold, and the semester, F15. When you enter into the course, you will see announcements on the right, and you will see a menu on the left. Here you can access the syllabus, and also here you will be completing your extra credit using this assignments link. Most often though, you will be entering Etudes and then moving on into Canvas using this link over here in the menu on the left. To log into Canvas, the syllabus explains how to set up an account and how to log in. So you will select our course. Once you follow the directions, you will then select our course, History 101, Fall 2015. Our work will appear here in the center portion of the course, and if you make it a little smaller, it'll fit a little better and it'll look a little better. So there is a menu here of things you will be assigned. This week it looks a little different than it'll normally look. Normally you'll have readings, the instructor's video, the documentary video, the weekly test, and inquisitive, and a discussion. But this week you just need to watch this video, you need to take the orientation test and the week 1 discussion, and there's a direct link to the test right here. It also explains how many points each of these things is worth. You can also access the assignments using the links on the left. The tests are here and the discussions are here. In the discussion area of the course, we have a student coffee shop, and the student coffee shop will always be open, and here you can post general questions about the class that other students might answer. So in a face-to-face class, you might lean over and say, ugh, I forgot, when did she say the essay is due? So this is your place to kind of lean over to a student and ask them a question. Periodically, I'll stop by to answer questions, but this is mostly a place for students to talk. Also, we have our weekly discussions here as well. Once you log on to Canvas, I will place you into a discussion group. So it might take me a day. I'll probably do it once a day in the morning. I'll put students into groups. You need to wait until you've been assigned to a group before you post. So if you just post to the general board down here, it won't count towards your discussion. And in fact, once I place you into group, it'll disappear. So wait until it says up here that you are in a group. And then you are going to post your answer here. Remember, you're going to provide a detailed answer to all of these questions, and you'll be posting it here. So once again, I want to welcome you to the course. I hope everything goes smoothly for you, but as we know, there will be bumps along the way, so be prepared by starting your work early in the week in order to give yourself time to ask questions and to solve problems. I'm glad to have you in the class.